Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the Microsoft Imagine Cup 2023 awareness session organized by the MS Club of SLIIT and Microsoft Learn student ambassadors. I'm your host, Saru Bobitiya. So to give you an introduction of what Imagine Cup is, Imagine Cup is the premier global student technology competition that offers students just like us the opportunity to unleash their passion to develop technology solutions in one of 4 competition categories: Earth, Education, Health, and Lifestyle. So that could make a difference in the world. Students can tap into their entrepreneurial side and bring their ideas to life and make their dreams come true. So along the way, you can connect with like-minded people, gain new skills, learn the technical knowledge, obtain training and mentorship, and have the chance to win exciting cash prizes at the end. So I would also like to welcome Mr. Jagat Vikramaratne, Senior Lecturer, Computer Science and Software Engineering at SLIIT. Thank you, sir, for attending today's event. And during the session, if our participants have any questions for the speakers, you may ask in the chat box in the Teams chat. So today is about how you can achieve your goals with Microsoft Imagine Cup. And we have brought an exceptional speaker for you. He is the Regional Partner Technology Strategist at Microsoft and the founder of STEMEP Educational Foundation, Mr. Prabath Mannapperuma. Sir, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for the intro. And Jagat sir, thank you so much for joining. He's one of my lecturers also. So glad to have you.
It's pleasure to meet you, Prabath.
Same here, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, and MS Club of SLIIT and Microsoft Learn student ambassadors, thank you very much for putting this together within a short period of time. Actually, within a week or two, you guys organize the whole thing and make sure students are joining. Thank you very much. And also our academic staff at SLIIT, thank you so much for your support, continuous support towards this initiative, Microsoft Imagine Cup. I think even last year, we had a really good experience with SLIIT students. Like you were the top, like when we were looking at number of submissions we got, you were at the top. And when it comes to semi-finals, you were at the top, and then the finals and even world championship level, Asia level, and then global level, you were there. And looking forward to same enthusiasm from you this year also. I'm sure when I was going through the local competition, and so I still see SLIIT there. I'm sure you can make it this year also. So highly encourage all of you to be part of Microsoft Imagine Cup competition this year also to bring that cup back to our country. So without further ado, let me share my screen and first take you through the competition setup and competition overview, how it looks like this year. There are certain, I mean, there are no major changes, but there are small changes which I want you to be which I want you to keep on top of your mind. So, and after my quick overview, I'm sure our team Nena Shilpa will be joining with us. I think they are the people who really experienced this 1 year back. And rather than me talking about the benefits, I'm sure they will give you a much better understanding with their real experience they got out of this competition. So, right. So this is the 21st year we are organizing Microsoft Imagine Cup competition globally. This competition is open for all the students globally who are above 16 years, the age category. Even in Sri Lanka, I think this age category most probably falls into university. So that's why we have opened up this competition for university students in Sri Lanka and other Southeast Asian new market countries we are looking at. So this time and the last year, there was a big difference in the competition setup, because when we go back like 5 to 6 years, we used to have this competition as an Asia semi-final level, meaning students from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and other Southeast Asian new market countries, when they submit their entry, it goes for a goes into a pool where we have entries from whole Asia, right? So, but this time we have this competition just for Southeast Asian new market country students, including Sri Lanka, then they have a better opportunity because this competition is open for these 9 countries. And when you be part of it, you get the competition, you get 4 seats at the Asia level that is given. So that is the biggest opportunity you have even this year. So that's why I'm highly encouraging you all to be part of it. So when we're looking at the team, you can have a team with 4 student members. So you don't need to limit yourself, your team members into the same faculty, because I always encourage you to look at, building a team with diverse team members. I mean, you might be at the computer science faculty or software engineering faculty, but still, if you can get a team member from your fellow marketing faculties, because these people are also having different skill sets. You can bring that technology stack to the table, technology know-how to the table, but to win this competition, I'm sure Kalpani and the team will also share best practices, having right skill sets around go-to-market strategy, like how you can take your product to market and positioning it correctly, identify the stakeholders, and most importantly, presenting it nicely. I think those are the key challenges we have seen, especially when it comes to Sri Lankan students. So when you're building your team, if you can get at least one person with some sort of a sales understanding and really good at presenting, because when you get that student can be your presenter, and then you can be your technology expert, because you have to have that mixture in order to win this competition. I am expecting you to win the competition. To win the competition, these are some of the hints you can follow. And then you have to actively enroll at SL level. I'm sure you all are students, so we don't need to think about it. And then it's just a matter of going to MicrosoftImagingCup.com, like ImagingCup.com website, and create an account first by the team leader. So first you create your team. If you are in like 3rd year or 4th year, I'm sure you have a team right now, maybe for your your research or 3rd year project. So you can use the same team, or you can build a different team based on your idea. And then team leader, go to ImagingCup.com, register your team, and then you can add other team members into the same group or the team. And then these people also will get access to the same portal, ImagingCup.com. They can do necessary changes. You can update your team details, your solution details. All these things can be updated on the portal itself. If you have any other questions around team competition, like team setup, the eligibility criteria, and all, everything is very well listed on our public website. You can go to ImagingCup.com and find out, go through the FAQ section and other documents. You can follow it. And then I think these are some of the opportunities. I think I'm sure, again, I'm repeating the same thing. This is, I mean, I'm not going to explain these things, because Kalpani and the team are the best people to explain it, because they got the opportunity to join the Asia level competition and then fly to Seattle to join the global championship round, and the exposure and experience they got. I will let them to explain that. I think that is the most important thing you as a student can get out of this competition, because it's really life-changing. Because Imaging Cup is considered as the Olympic of IT world, because this is the 21st year. I mean, it's there for like 20 years. It's a huge thing. Continuously, we have been conducting this competition. Even when we look at Sri Lanka as a country, we have a really good history. From SLIIT, even not only Kalpani's team, like we had previous teams going to Asia level and then world finals levels, and even from University of Moratuwa to Colombo, we had a really good history as a country, so we can be proud and happy about that. So it's up to you now, the current generation, to take it forward and bring more opportunities to our country. And then cash prizes, and even our host today explaining about cash prizes. Obviously, this is a good opportunity for us to bring some dollars to country, obviously. And then if you're going to be the championship, you will get a very nice opportunity of meeting Satyanadla, our Chief Executive Officer, and then get a very once-in-a-lifetime mentorship from him. And this year, I don't know how many of you have heard about Microsoft Founders Hub program. which is empowering startups out there. We have launched Startup Hub program in Sri Lanka also like a month ago. Now, most importantly, this program is providing funding support, Azure credit, technical support for startups in country. So if you are going to be a winner of this competition, maybe in Asia level or even in global level, you will be eligible and you will be able to join Founders Hub without having any other additional qualification. Like you can simply bypass the standard application process and get into Founders Hub program. And that will help you to take your idea to the next level, build it, get technical support, and especially go into other markets and sell your solution. So Microsoft has a unique platform there for startups. Most importantly, if you are going to be part of the competition and winning it from Asia level or global level, you will get an opportunity to join this Founders Hub. It's going to be a unique opportunity because otherwise, if you are to join that, you have to go through the standard application process. And again, very limited number of startups are getting selected to the program. But this Imaging Cup competition will help you to bypass that whole process. Yeah. And this 100,000, like 100K worth of US dollar, the cash prize is only for the championship. But again, even for Southeast Asian markets level, we have assigned cash prizes this time. Last time we had only Azure credit. This time you will get like 1,500, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 US dollar worth of cash prizes for even Southeast Asian market level winners. So you can earn cash prizes, certification, and all other benefits out of this competition. So shaping the world, if we forget about all other benefits, it's all our responsibility to shape the world, right? We are learning and we always need to give back to the community. I think finding a problem statement, sometimes you will find that problem statement in your boarding house, in your house, in your village, right? I mean, anywhere you can figure it out. Most importantly, identifying the problem statement is key, right? So you have to have that understanding. You have to have an open mind to understand the best solution, the best problem statement first, and then you can work with the team and find the solution and implement it, right? So shaping the world is all of our responsibility, and Imaging Cup will open up a door for you in that sense also. And then you should have a passion, most important. If you don't have a passion, if you are just applying for this competition just for the sake of getting the prize award and other stuff, no, I don't think that will work. When you really look at all the winners, including Kalpani's team, the runners-up, they had that passion of solving that problem. You have to have that passion. So if you are passionate about something, build on top of it and try to enter this competition. You will have a much better opportunity and the openers. And other thing is skill building. Most of the time, as undergraduates, you will be limiting yourself to your syllabus. But nowadays, it's a change a bit, which is really good because now we see a trend of obtaining Microsoft certification, like even while you are at university, which is really good thing to see. Likewise, Microsoft Imaging Cup will also give you that opportunity to gain an additional set of skill sets. I'm sure Kalpani and the team will highlight that part also, the additional skill set they got out from the competition. Talking to people, looking at eyes, keeping eye contacts, doing the presentation in a much better way, and, structure it properly. And all these mentorships you will get. Once you are in the competition, you will get all these mentorships. It's not just about you going to imagingcup.com and submit it and then attending the competition. No. We have been empowering, we have been supporting the students in Sri Lanka, like even last year, we have been supporting them. Even before going to the competition, we have been, mentoring them. We brought mentors from, even Asia Pacific level to help them with different technologies. Sometimes we couldn't find even resources in the country on certain technology stacks our students were following, because those technology, sometimes those emerging technologies are not being in our industry, and then we might not have resources in our subsidiaries. In that case, we have brought that outside resource. I mean, we are going to that level, because we need to see you are winning the competition, you are going to the, it's not just about winning a competition, right? It's about winning your life. So why I'm saying so, I think Kalpani and the team will definitely highlight how you can, how Imaging Cup help you to win your life, right? It's not just a competition. So as I said earlier, as a first step, you have to register, go to MicrosoftImagingCup.com or ImagingCup.com, Microsoft Imaging Cup website. you can do a simple Google or Bing search, and then you register your team and add other team members, and then you will see a link to join a Discord channel. I'm sure you're familiar with Discord. So you join that channel, there you can find mentors from different parts of the world. Even our Global Imaging Cup team is there. If you have any questions regarding your solution, the technology usage, or if you need any mentorships, you can feel free to write there. There are different channels. One channel is for senior market countries, for Sri Lanka and other countries. So you can join those and share experience and see what others are communicating and learn from them. Even if you are looking for a team member, you can find that team member from the Discord channel. It's a nice community and going beyond the competition. So as our host mentioned, we have four categories: Earth, Education, Health, and Lifestyle. So when you're picking the category, be strategic. So sometimes your problem statement and the solution might falls into one or more categories. In that case, you have to be strategic and pick it, because you have to think, because you have to win the competition. To win the competition, think in that way. Like there can be, if it's a niche area and if it applies for Earth, say for an example, pick it rather than applying for education. Look at the problem statement and find the best strategic category for your solution and apply for it. Sorry. And then again, we have created a set of trainings specifically for Imaging Cup competitors, because we have been analyzing the pluses and minuses, like strengths and weaknesses of our students globally. This is not just for Sri Lanka. So by considering those, we have created a set of training materials and we have put it on GitHub. It's open source and freely available for anyone. How to build a team, how to find the idea. Now, right now, some of you might not have idea on top of your mind. So we're still struggling to find an idea. Go to that content. I will be pasting that link on the IMS, share with the organizations. They can share it with you later also. So go through those content and it will help you to come up with an idea also, right? And then how to build a team, what are the best practices you should be following when building a team, etc. So those content are available on GitHub. Yeah, other stuff I'm not gonna discuss because I already explained about the prices and other things. I think this is really important. We don't have much time. Every year, this is going to be a very tight timeline. That's why we all are here, because it's going to be a very tight timeline. So the submission due would be on 20th January. So we have less than a month to submit your initial entry for Microsoft Imaging Cup. And then during the month of February, we will be having initial screening process. From that initial screening or the semi-final level, we'll be selecting top 20 teams from whole Southeast Asian market countries, including Sri Lanka. So those 20 teams will be presenting in front of panel of judges. It's going to be a live round, regional final round. From that, we'll be picking top 4. Those top 4 teams will be taking part in the Asia level competition, and that's how Kalpani and the team also advance into the championship. That's the shortest path you have. If I repeat that, how this competition setup gonna work. Today, you will be submitting your entry. You go to imagingcup.com and submit your entry. And then we'll be closing that submissions on 20th January, less than 1 month time period. We'll be closing submissions. And then we'll be having the initial screening, which is semi-final level, like in March of month of February. And then we'll be calling top 20 teams for the finals round. Again, it will be on during the maybe 3rd or 4th week of February. And then from those 20 teams, we'll be picking top 4 teams. Those top 4 teams will be advancing to the Asia level competition, which we call as World Finals. And then their winners will be advanced into the World Championship level. That's how this whole thing works. So the date you should keep in your mind would be 20th January 2023. So we are really active on social media, including Microsoft Sri Lanka and the Microsoft Imaging Cup pages. We are really active. So we'll be keep posting, keep posting all these updates there, so you can have a look and be updated. And go to imagingcup.com, and we have a blog where we post everything, and especially Discord channel and Twitter. All these social media channels are up to date, and you can follow them. And this is what I was explaining earlier. So a big challenge is a mini challenge inside Imaging Cup, which is over now. We got certain number of submissions from Sri Lanka, but now that competition is over. So what you see, the third circle online semi-finals, this round has been replaced by the regional finals, the Southeast Asia regional finals, which you are going to be part of. So you don't need to worry about this because this is automated. Any student from Sri Lanka applying for the competition will automatically go into the CD market regional competition. So you don't need to worry. But again, then as I said earlier, the winners of online semi-final or the regional finals level, those top 4 will be advancing to the world finals level, the 4th circle. And then from there, those winners will be advancing to the world championship level. This is the competition. This is how the competition setup looks like. So you will be eligible for different cash prizes to mentorships and founders are program initiatives throughout this journey, right? Not only for like world champion or world championship level, world final or world championship level, even for the third competition round, you are getting cash prizes and certification, mentorships, and all other benefits. PR, most importantly, if you are joining this competition. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover today. I hope you could get a better understanding about the competition, how it works, and what are the next actions you have to take, most importantly. So going forward, if you have any questions, you can directly reach out to us with our email address, ICCSEANM. I will put it on the IM window also. So drop us an email, or you can reach out to Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors at SLIIT MS Club team. So they will also help you, or you can always reach out to myself and our team. We are available on social media and happy to help you guys. Thank you very much, team, again, for putting this together and joining with us today. Have a good evening. And I hope you all are going to celebrate the upcoming holiday season and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving us an overview about Microsoft Imagine Cup 2023. Now, if there are any questions for Mr. Prabath, our participants may put the questions to the chat box. If there are any questions, no. Okay, since there are no questions, we can move on to our next speakers. So next, we have 2 people who have gone to the very extremes of Microsoft Imagine Cup. Team Nena Shilpa was a runner-up in Imagine Cup 2022. So representing Team Nena Shilpa is Chamil Diluksha and Kalpani Abesinghe. Over to both of you.
Yeah, thanks all. I'm happy to see you, Mr. Prabath and Jagat sir. So it's nice to meet you all. So I'm Chamil Diluksha, the team lead of the Team Nena Shilpa. So, well, I should say it was a great and honor experience for all of us from the beginning. So, from round to round, we worked very hard and everyone gave their best on this. So, as a result of that, we were able to select for the final round. So, as the winners of Asia region, which we participate Microsoft head branch in Seattle. So, from the beginning, I had discussion sessions, as Mr. Prabath mentions, from Microsoft professionals and experts virtually as well as physically. Microsoft Sri Lanka, we help us go. So we got many valuable feedbacks from them, so we could shape ourselves. As Mr. Prabath mentions, it's not just going to do a presentation. We need to look at many areas to do better presentations. I think the best person to explain it is my fellow team member Kalpani. So she's the presenter in our team. So she will explain more about that. So yeah, over to Kalpani. You can go ahead.
Yes. Hope all of you can hear myself clear.
Yes, Kalpani, we can hear.
Okay, Great. Yes, so we represented Sri Lanka at Microsoft Imagine Cup World Championship last year. If I gave a brief introduction about our project, what we represented. So we have built a mobile application to identify learning disabilities in primary school students. So if I give information or what our journey has been, so I think when we applied for the Microsoft Imagine Cup competition, so first we selected for Southeast Asia New Markets semi-final. So at there, so we were given, I think it was a 5-minute presentation. Before that, we had submitted the brief, I think it was a 10 minutes or 5 minutes presentation, and along with the application to Microsoft Imagine Cup this website. And once we were selected, so actually we represented from the health category, since our application was mainly based on the learning disabilities. So after that, we had, I think, 15 minutes. I'm not sure whether, yes, I think it's 15 minutes with the presentation and demonstration. They including the both presentation and demonstration. So in that, I think 3 minutes speech we had to do after the submission, the main 15 minutes presentation and demonstration. So there we had 5 competitors from our category. I think we had the great advantage we had is we had a lot of experience with presenting the idea, the pitching, and communicating well to the judges. So I think it's really important you identify what is unique point, what is the unique problem you are addressing through your project. So if you identify that unique point, what is the problem you are addressing, so it's really advantage for your pitch as well. So after identifying the problem, what is the unique problem you are addressing, or what your project is doing, then it's really easy to convince judges how your solution, how your product is going to help the world in different categories. So after that, so we were selected from the health category in Southeast Asia New Market. So after that, we got a chance to represent from health category in the World Finals level. So after that, I think we got a mentor from Microsoft ambassadors. So they allocate separate resource person, Microsoft ambassador to you. So we have weekly meetings with them, communicating with them and solve problems, how we are going to improve our pitch, because in the world finals it's really competitive, because it was 16 teams from Asian region, so from different countries, different technologies, different, I think they have different age, and how to build your pitch so that it gives the impactful message what is your product is going to be. I think different session, so we had sessions with Microsoft Sri Lanka and different resource persons, and also university lecturers, and also we had Imagine Cup team sessions as well, weekly sessions, which were organized by the Imagine Cup team as well. So I think those sessions were really helpful for us, because polishing our pitch and making sure those little changes are there, and how we can give our idea, because 3 minutes is really short period of time. So in that time we have to provide how your product is going to be and what is the demonstration is going to be. So these things are then after that, so in the world final level. So I think after we won the World Finals, I think that we have really limited time. I think around a 1 month time period to prepare for World Championship. I think we had to figure out all the our travel things as well, along with the prepare to competition. So we had to refine our pitch, so it was also 3 minutes. So I think if you guys are going to do the pitch in physically, so it's really important that you are going to how you are going to present you, and how you are going to do your body language, the pitch, how you are going to speak, and how you are going to project your voice. These are really small details need to be there. I think the best things we have to learn from this competition is meeting different people, polish your technical knowledge, and communicate with them from different region. I think we got to know many people from around the world. I think from the Southeast Asia, new markets level around onwards. So we got to meet different students from different regions. I think that is the experience. I think the whole Imagine Cup experience, I think it's a once in a lifetime experience for you guys. So if you, it's going to give you a lot of new things, experience new things that you might not be getting in your university journey. So be competitive, communicate with them, and how you are going to work with these professional people, and how you are going to build a solution that might be a potential commercial product in the future. So I think these type of experience you cannot be getting in after your university life. I think it's a really not very common experience. So Imagine Cup gives that experience for you guys. So building a product, I think even our project, so we didn't expect that it can be a commercial project that we are going forward with the in a commercial level. I think Imagine Cup gave us that insight, that level of experience to build this as a product we are going forward with the commercial level. So I think if you think that, okay, my product is not ready right now, so it's a project we have not built or evolved, not evolved very much in the right now. But don't be afraid, because you are getting a lot of help from the Microsoft Sri Lanka, and even from your university, and also the Imagine Cup team have great set of resource people allocated for them. You can talk with them, communicate with them, get knowledge from them, and also they have a lot of resources. So Microsoft have great set of technical and Asia related training, so you can explore new things with them and get to know about a lot of things. So I think this competition gives you a lot of new pathways for you professionally, and professionally you can build your career into next level with this competition. I think that's the great thing with this competition. So even with our product, we got to know a lot of people, and we got a lot of, I think, as a commercial product, how we can build this project into next level. I think that's a great aspect of this competition. So I think that's the overall idea of the competition. So if you guys have any question, you guys can ask. So I think that way would be, if you guys curious about anything, or you guys want to know. And also, I think it's really important you guys maintain a good set of questionnaire. So I think the best practice we had done from the first stage of our product is project. So since we have represented the NBQSC, so we have always been, it's like a question bank. So we have been maintaining an Excel sheet that contain, so what's the questions, what is if the person is who doesn't know about your project, so what's the question they are going to ask. So we have been maintained that type of Excel. So that's been a really helpful for us, because then we can predict and prepare for these type of questions and be ready for the answers, because the question and answers, they are giving very limited time for you. If you are ready for this type of question, so in the previously okay, this type of question is going to be there, so if you guys can prepare for that type of things, I think that would be really important and really advantage, be a really good advantage for you guys.
Okay, so I will add one more thing regarding the Kalpani's one as well. So when you are answering the questions, you need to provide the answer and short and simplest and to the point. So otherwise, I think judges will not recommend that. Yeah.
Yes, I think having a very good member with good communication skills is really important. So in your group, so if there's a person who has a good communication skills, I think it's really good if you give the opportunity for that person to present. So rather than all of you are going to present, I think that way you can give that person full focus. And I think it's really important you divide the work. So different people have different skill sets, as Prabath mentioned earlier. So identify those skills. I think that one of the key element that our team got so far is all four of us have identified what is the strength of ours. So all four of us knew, so what is the thing what we are good at. So one person is good at designing, if one person is good at technical side, we are giving them the opportunity to handle that part. So that way we can get better results in the project. So I think it's better if you reevaluate your team and discuss with the team. So what's you're doing comfortable? What's the thing you are most confident? So give that task to that person. That way your team will be more strong and your idea and the pitch is going to be more clear to the judges. Yes. You have any questions? Oh.
We don't have any questions right now. So participants, if you have any questions for our speakers, Kalpani, Diluksha, Mr. Prabath, you can send them in the chat now.
Sir, I'm having one question from Prabath. In the Prabath, in this meeting, there are three student categories. First category, students who already complete their project implementation 100%. The second category, they are implemented their project up to 50% level. And some students in this meeting, they are going to start their project in 2023 January. So what is your advice for these three students?
Thanks for the question, sir. I think that's a really good question. The first type of first category, I think there is no issue at all. They can submit their entry. I think they have a much better opportunity because they know their solution end to end and it's completed already. The second category, again, I believe they also have a similar opportunity because they are in the process of developing the solution for this competition, especially for the senior market level competition round. We are expecting MVP, like minimal viable product. If we can come up with sort of a prototype, that would be totally enough for that level of competition. But when you are going to the global level, in case you are getting selected to the global level, at that point of time, you will have to put more time to develop it and make sure you have a workable solution when you are going to that round. But for the moment, so you having an MVP would be totally enough. And even students who are going to develop a solution starting from Jan, I think they might have a little bit of a challenge, sir, because we are expecting MVP by February. By end of February, they have to have an MVP. But just to get a understanding about the competition and get exposed to it, I think I would again recommend them also to be part of it and submit their entry. But because they can always join the next year's competition also.
Okay, thank you, Prabath. One more question. Some of our students, they are having good project ideas, but they are a bit worried about their skills. Sometimes they underestimate, so they are a bit worried about technical skills. Especially, they are a bit worried about their soft skills. So then how you can advise them?
Yeah, sir. I think, again, you have to have you have to have sort of confidence in you, right? Because there are students who will not have presentation skills, but they have really good, solid technical skills. So don't think about your language, presentation skills, soft skills. Those are not the important ones at this juncture. So first, I think that's what even Kalpani was telling you. We all are having our own weaknesses and strengths. So that's why this competition goes as a teamwork, right? We always ask students to come up as a team, a group, because even when you are going to an industry, it's not just an individual work, right? It's a teamwork. We work as a team. So you might have those weaknesses. Now, in case you have a really good, solid technical idea, you know how to implement it, you find another set of students who can help you with other presentation skills and other things. Then you are a perfect team. And then sometimes you might not have skill set in all the technical area, which is fine because students who are taking part of Imaging Cup are not technical experts. They are just university students, and we are never expecting them to be 100% fluent in all these technological aspects. So you can still learn. I think you have that freedom. You can learn. Don't worry. None from our product team will come and ask any deep dive technical questions from you guys. It's mainly we want you to think, like identifying problem statement and coming up with a solution. Technology stack, it can always change. And also, if I add one more thing on top of sir's question, and other most frequently asked question is whether you need to have Microsoft technology used in your solution. I think Kalpani, I will not ask her to answer that question, but we all know it's not necessary, right? Because it's about the problem statement and the solution. As I said earlier, technology can be replaced because nowadays we are in a cloud world. If you look at Azure to GCP to AWS to all other major cloud platforms, everything is almost similar. It's just a matter of, a name change. So if you have developed something on a different platform, which is fine, but for the competition as a rule, you have to have some sort of a component used on Azure. Say for an example, you have used certain components on AWS. Similar thing can be found on Azure also. When you are creating the diagram, like your architecture diagram and the solution, then you have to quickly ramp up because we have tons of resources out there to skill up yourself starting from the scratch. You have time, and most importantly, if you come to us, you have to voice up. If you have identified your weaknesses, we are here to help you. Microsoft Club, Jagas, and the whole academic team, I'm sure all of them are ready to help you. Only thing is you have to voice up. If you are just staying silent with a nice idea without taking it up, none of us will know it and none of us will be able to help you. So just to summarize, all of us are having weaknesses and strengths. Identifying it is the most important thing, and work as a team and win it. So you can do it.
Yes,
Mr.
thank you,
Prabath.
Prabath, for the motivation. Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Prabath, we have a question in the chat. A person is asking, we are having an MVP with solutions supporting the Sri Lankan standard only, but targeted as a global solution. Could you please give your insight on this?
I think global. So nothing like that. I mean, look at Kalpani's solution. I mean, sometimes some problem statements can be like applicable for the whole world, right? But while some of these solutions are not applicable across the globe, sometimes. But that's a very good question. When you have a winning strategy, I would suggest you to look at. I mean, when you are identifying the problem statement, you have to look at the population also, right? I mean, to whom it can be applied. Whether it can be applicable. Now, if you look at Sri Lanka, it's just 20 million, 21 million, like very small population. But that same problem, if it can be applied for whole India, Vietnam, like Asian countries, and then it has a major potential, right? I mean, not just about Sri Lanka. And when you're presenting it, judges will understand, okay, this can be addressed. I mean, this can be positioned with other countries also. But if you are just identifying a very niche problem statement, which is applying to only one village in Sri Lanka and which cannot be repeatedly, applied to any other part of the world, then to answer your question, it might not be the right thing, right problem statement or the solution. It will definitely help you. I mean, it will help a population in Sri Lanka, definitely. I mean, I'm not discouraging you to, take it forward. But when it comes to global competition, to answer your question, yes, look at the population when you are finding the problem statement, the applicability, and then you can go ahead. You can go far with the competition.
Thank you, Mr. Prabath. So if there are any more questions, you can drop them in the chat now.
Yeah, Sairu, we have some questions. I think this for the team Nana Shilpa. They're asking just to give them like an idea about how to form a team, or what are like the key areas they have to focus on, like the designing and or the implementation wise instead of the members. And also they are like a bit of like curious about the implementation part, and when they have to have the implemented solution throughout this competition.
So let me clear the question. So they are asking about selecting members. How you are going to select the members, right? And
yeah.
Okay, I think the best way, I think if you have different skill sets, so if I gave the background on our team, so we were friends, we were known since the first year from the university, and I think the best thing the team can have is communication. So all four of us had a set of rules, a set of agreements, so that we are going to be all four of us were really understanding. So I think that is the strength of your team. So you have to communicate with each other. If you have any problem, voice it out. And as I mentioned earlier, it's really important you identify the strength. So every member, so I think every member can't be doing the communication, or some other member can be doing design part. So as I mentioned earlier, so discuss with team members and ask them what is the thing you are confident. If you have knowledge with technical side, give that person more opportunity or more time to develop a solution technically. So if a person, even though they don't have very good communication skills, give that person, if a person has a bit of confidence, okay, I think I can present well the idea and voice it out more with more clarity, give that person time to develop themselves. So I think why our team came so far is, I think we all four of us were understanding, and we knew what is the person good at it, and what is their strength and weaknesses, and also have some ground rules with teams, because that way you can have because it's a project, right? So it need to be, you have a clash in opinion, so how you are going to respect each other's ideas and select what is the best thing. So you have to have understanding with each other. So I think that's the key point of forming a team. So I think even though you are not from the same specialization or the same batch, it's 100% fine. So people with different skills, it gives more diversity and more strength and more edge to your team. That way your solution is going to be more unique, and I think it might be developed in an area that normal maybe not very same level of specialized people would be build the project. So that way you can build a really good team. And other question, I'm not sure. And implementation, right?
Yeah, when they need to have the implemented solution.
When you need to. So I think Prabath answered, so you have to have MVP, but in our occurrence, so we had the 100% completed solution, because at that time we had completed our project. So and we had done a few changes with our formats, and because our app was 100% in Sinhala, we had to done few translation and support for the global context and changes, and more technical fine refinements there. So, but even before the competition, you are planning to do the implementation, there's a lot of resources there. So I think we got a lot of help from the Microsoft ambassadors and resource persons, actually from around the world, to build the project. If you have any questions, or you are stuck with the implementation, you can raise your concerns to your the professors, or your project lecturers, or even the Microsoft Sri Lanka. They are going to be helping you for anything you want during the competition.
Okay. So with that, I think it's a wrap of Microsoft Imagine Cup Awareness Session 2023. Thank you all so much for joining. And I thank the speakers, Mr. Prabath Mannapperuma, Kalpani Diluksha, and also Mr. Jagat Vikramaratne for attending today's session. Thank you all so much. And I once again thank the MS Club of SLIIT and Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors for hosting and organizing this event. So thank you all so much, and we hope to see you in Microsoft Imagine Cup 2023.